Grand Rising, Grand Night, good afternoon, good night. Hope everybody doing well out there. I just want to touch on a few topics, just a few topics. Because the world been going crazy, you know? Or should I say, the world is tipping. It's been crazy, but it's just tipping right now. And the internet world is really feeding into the real world. And it's getting very much outrageous. It's getting ridiculous, if you ask me. It's getting very much, senseless. It's getting crazy to the point where some people are actually believing things that they see on the internet, believing things that they hear on the internet. I'm going to say this and I'm going to keep on saying that the internet doesn't run life. You need real life to make an internet. You need life components to make any of these apps or a computer or whatever. Congratulations out there to the OKC Thunder. I was wrong on my pick. Indiana Pacers 91, OKC 103. Congratulations, Now everybody in the NBA is back to 0-0. Let's see how the Knicks do now. Still waiting on the new head coach. The drama that we created, that's a talk for another situation anyway, because I'm going to keep saying it. We should have never fired Tom Thibodeau, but let's wish for the best. Whoever they bring, he better bring, good coaching, offense and defense, because if you bring another coach in to coach the New York Knicks, he got to be a strong-minded coach, and he got to be a good coach. We do not need a mediocre coach for the New York Knicks this season coming around and beyond. We need somebody to really, get down and talk to the players rough. We can't have what we have for the past few seasons. Tom Thibodeau is good, but there's a lot of favoritism going on, and he got caught up in the mix of it. He was the one that took the blame for everything. Okay, let's get off of the Knicks now, and let's get to my main topic. Jim Jones. Jim Jones really... See, some people are mad at him, right? But I'm going to be honest. I'm not mad at Jimmy at all, and this is where I always tell people, you better learn how to take your emotions out of things, okay? I'm for real. Learn how to take your emotions out of things and stop using your emotions for everything. Now, Jim started off with saying that he could go on a versus with Styles P, and we all know that it's not true, it's not true. Let's not even compare Styles P and Jim Jones together. So, what is it, 3 days ago or so? It was on Jada and Nas podcast, and Jim Jones said if you look at his Billboard stats to Nas' Billboard stats, he got better Billboard entries than Nas, and we all know that that's a lie. You don't even have to look at it. And what I mean by you don't have to look at it, we from the era where you know things like that automatically off your head. You live through it. You don't got to look on the internet that see that Nas got more Billboard charts than Jim Jones. That's easy. So let's stop that right there. Okay. Then you said both of y'all are rappers. long as I could remember, from Bronx to Brooklyn, Harlem, like Jim Jones, let's be real. You maybe could make some good party songs, but you're not a MC to compare to Nas, and we all know that. Okay? And now we're gonna speak some real truth of where he said he's more influential than Nas. You said it out your own mouth that when you was in high school, you looked up to Nas because he dressed fly. Now, this is where I be saying black men need to stop playing with each other. And if you give respect to another black brother, you give respect to another black brother. Okay, stop that nonsense. Because all jokes aside, Jim Jones could talk all this nonsense he want on these internets. But at the end of the day, you know you got love for Nas. You feel me? Okay. Now, with the influence, you listened to him when you was in high school. And those who listen to hip-hop, or if you want to call it rap music, you know that Nas is a top caliber MC in hip-hop history. Okay? Nas is a poet in music history. Now, do you really think we could take one of Jim Jones' albums and compare it to Nas' first album? No. Okay? Now, we're gonna be real. Jay-Z and Nas died down. R.I.P. to Biggie. This is from New York we're talking about. DMX, R.I.P. DMX. Jay-Z held New York down for a while. But when there's no more Jay-Z, and he wasn't holding nothing down, whether you liked his music or not, this is one thing that I always say about Jim Jones. He kept coming out with music. He kept coming out with mixtapes. Okay, he kept coming out with singles and songs, whether people liked it or not. He was grinding with the music, because like we're talking about the music here, okay? This is the music. He kept grinding. He kept going in the studio. And yeah, a lot of people may say that he did bad business, but we ain't talking about that. We talking about the music part. Jim Jones gave a lot of people shots to be MCs or rappers. You know, R.I.P. Stack Bundles. You know, like, I forgot all of the people that was down with Bird Gang, but we had Max B, I could remember, and you had Stack Bundles. And if I'm correct, Sandman. You know, and Shooter 9 Trey. You know, like, and I can't really remember if Jaja was really official Bird Gang artist, but she was with Jim Jones, you know. She was rolling with him back then. But he gave people a chance. And the thing is, with this rap game, a lot of people do like bad business, right? But I say this, man. Once you get your feet in that door and you could make money for yourself and your family or whoever you're supporting, you try your best to not depend on nobody and make sure you're secure. You know, because in the rap game, a lot of people complained about, oh, they didn't make my album come out, like, oh, they held me back. Yes, we all know that's true. A lot of people hold a lot of people back in the music game, but you got to make sure that in life, you got to always fight for yourself and not let nobody hold you back. You know, and that's why I say this is not no joint of where I'm talking about like Jim Jones, I'm dissing on him. Nah, you make good songs. You know, you make good club joints. You can make a good club joint, but You're not an MC caliber, cause yeah, you could maybe practice, and if I'm serving my history sites correctly, you're the one who said as well that Mason Betha was the one who taught you how to rap, He sat you down and taught you how to rap. So you could probably become a good MC one day, Not today, but one day, And like, I give it up to Jones though with his grinding, because one thing he's consistent with his grinding, and you can't you can't take that away from him. And like I said in one of my posts, his confidence, you cannot sway Jim Jones away from himself, of saying that he's not better in something than somebody else. He gonna say like he's the best when it comes to this hip hop joint, and in the rap industry he is gonna say he's the best. Anybody gonna say they the best, and that's one thing like people need to stop with. Cause yes, we all know that he ain't a MC, but you can't take somebody confidence away from them. Like, of course it's delusional for him to say that he a better rapper or MC than Nas. Of course, we all understand that. But his confidence in himself and his confidence against another human, I leave that up to him, you feel me? Because I can't take that away from him, or I can't take that away from nobody. Now, see Jim Jones been making his rounds, though, because he went on the night show with Ocho Cinco and Shannon Sharpe. And Shannon Sharpe was asking him if he think he was better than Nas, and they got into their little argument, and the thing is, I'm gonna say this: black men, stop arguing over stupid stuff, okay? Stop arguing over stupid stuff. Cause I watch a rapper and a football player arguing over another rapper. And this is to show you where don't matter how you twist it and turn it sometimes, black man, you're always the target, okay? And some people may not get what I just said, but no matter how you twist it and turn it, you're always the target, so stop it, okay? I ain't with my brothers fighting each other. Whoever like that, that's for you to like, but like, nah, we don't rock like that, okay? It's no more of that nonsense, man. The brothers tearing each other down. Nah. It's time for the brothers to build each other up, as always. For real. I ain't with black brothers tearing each other down. I'm with us building each other up, because don't matter if people like it or not, we are a force to be reckoned with in human history. Okay? So, stop your foolishness and put your crowns back on. Because being a thug, gangster, or whatever else you want to be, it ain't higher than what you really are. So stop playing with yourself and be who you are. To all my brothers worldwide, wake up. Because if you look at it now too, to me it doesn't make no sense of saying Israel and Iran going to war. Nah, because it's bigger than Israel and Iran going to war. But the thing is, Israel and Iran going to war is jumping off other nations to jump in this. And when other nations jump in this, it's going to lead for other people to jump in. And this is just going to get ugly and ugly. It's about to turn very ugly, matter of fact. Because a lot of people will continue to lie. They'll lie, but they'll say, oh, Israel is right, Iran is right. None of these places ain't right, okay? None of these nations ain't right. People are dying for men not getting along, okay? For men having disagreements. People are dying. This is real. This ain't Nintendo. This ain't Super Nintendo. This ain't Xbox. This ain't Genesis. This is real. People are dying for people conversations not going correctly. Okay? Think about it. Think about it. Young men and women are dying around the world because grown men conversations are not going correctly. Well, we call it wars. You should call it world genocide. Humans killing humans. Because at the end of the day, what is any of us solving on this earth? Because the thing is, I'm going to say it because nobody don't want to say it really. And only people that's going to really say it is some people that live in America. So let me say it. Whenever there's a war going on in this world, in this modern day we have called 2025, and America looks at people going to war, America is a gangster and a bully that some people call themselves in this world, certain individuals in this world. But America sits back, and when she ready to attack, she gonna attack, and some people may not like it. She gonna do what she do. We gotta stop lying to ourselves as people. Because as soon as America really enters this war, yeah, we'll say, stop it, stop it. No, they ain't gonna stop it. They ain't gonna listen to the people. They ain't gonna listen to the people. They don't care to listen to the people. Your opinion doesn't really matter, you know? Just keep on living under the structure that they gave us. Your opinion doesn't matter when it comes to wars. But people are being born every day and children are dying. Senior citizens are dying. Middle-aged people are dying. Humans are dying. And nobody ain't giving no correct answers of why is all these wars going on. What is we solving, people? What is we solving? Because they want to go tit for tat, right for wrong. Tit for tat, right for wrong. You got to remember, whether you want to believe it or not, humans' lives are still being taken because you can't make up your mind on something. Because you can't come to common ground. So people must lose their lives because you want to argue or you want to have disagreements. And this is the thing. I don't care which country or island or land it is. I don't think nobody on earth should have nuclear weapons. Nobody. Nobody on earth should have nuclear weapons. Because what you having nuclear weapons on earth for? And this is why I tell you, humankind or mankind, whatever you want to call this kind, always try to act better than the superior. Why would the humans be so sick to make nuclear bombs and nuclear weapons? You're sick, humans. You're very sick. Okay? You're sick. And this is where I tell them, don't fool the people. But it don't matter because the people will fight you for these people. You know? We always been in the times where this thing is so powerful that people that you knew forever will turn against you. Because it's soon to happen. A lot of lines will be drawn in the sand. And how people like to play with the thing of pick a side. The sad thing is, a lot of people on this earth is going to be picking sides. Because this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And none of us know the end. Because it's simple, you know, like, and this is like the stuff that people don't acknowledge. We all know when we born, we know the date. But only your family knows when you're gone. You don't know the day you're gone until your spiritual soul leaves out of that body. But you don't know. You drift away slowly, quietly. And you don't know. But as I always say too, they don't teach the world about where humans is going after. They just give people the basics. And with the basics, you got everybody confused. Gotta understand. These are the same people that's giving you pain. That will tell you that they're giving you glory. You could ask yourself, how long would the trick go on? The trick will go on as long as the people keep on letting it go on. Because you could talk to people from mountains high, valleys low, but they still won't hear. Some people, you ain't wasting your breath, you know, it's just that some people don't care. And that's what we have to learn to realize in life. Some people really don't care because they just don't know. Okay? And I learned to be content with that, of knowing that some people just don't know. Leave them alone in their life, you know, leave them alone in their world. Because that's how they live, and that's how they see life, and that's how they would always see life. We gotta really start to learn that a lot of these people that's living in this world now, you cannot change them. You have to leave them as they are. Because they will always be stuck in that mind state, and that's how they will be. If you're evolving and growing in your mind and in your spirit and your soul every day and in your physical body every day, congratulations, keep going. But for those who are stuck in yesterday, you leave them and you make sure you go on to tomorrow. Because those is the people that'll hold you back. They'll try to throw you into last week. You know, so some people you have to leave alone. You know, let them find their way. Don't let them cheat you from your destiny. Don't let them cheat you from your good. You know, because there's a lot of people out here envious of you because they don't know their self. You know, like I said in my short, you know, people will live their whole entire life, get to 60 years old, 50, 20, 21, any age. And they wouldn't even know who they are. They wouldn't even know what to really do because they just existing in a life that they're in a program and they're so used to the program where if you try to redirect them, that'll be a waste of time. You know, and that's a lot of people. Like you look at a lot of these politicians and lawmakers, they stuck in space. And I ain't talking about in the sky. I'm just talking about in space itself. Because they don't even know up from down. But they'll surely tell people how to run countries and nations. It's sad when people actually think they're smart or intelligent or wise. But these are the people that run things, right? People need power. People need strength. It's always the people. You know, because that's one thing where they run the same games over and over and over and over. And one thing about so-called power don't like to be challenged. Because when you challenge so-called power that's living in this modern day, they'll call you a traitor. Bless up, Stardust. Bless up. Much love to you. Thank you for being in the building. Thank you for your energy and your time. When you go against power, most people will call you a traitor. They'll tell you you're crazy. And that's what a lot of the governments around the world are doing to certain people in this world. They're telling people that they're crazy when people on earth are not comfortable right now. No matter where it is. Humans are not comfortable on earth. And as I always say, I look at things from another lens, and you see the pain in the people. But the pain that the people have, the people don't understand that these governments don't care about your pain. Because the sad thing is that the people that's in pain will fight and scratch and crawl for these governments. And I always ask myself, are y'all really gonna let this go on? Are y'all really gonna let this screenplay go out? Are you gonna really let this script be written? Because some people don't like to hear it, but it's all fake. Okay? It's all fake. And when you really crack the ceiling and see what's underneath all of this, some people wouldn't understand life no more. But they get what's going on right now, though. But if you really see what's going on, they wouldn't get it. So this is why I had to understand in life that this, what we're living right now, people are used to this. People are okay with this. And when you go against this, As I said, you're crazy to the common person, or you're a whole bunch of other things. But I learned that the deaf, the blind, and the dumb, you can't argue with them. You can't argue with them. You can't waste your time and your energy with them. Because they're going to always be stuck in that mode. They don't have no evolution. They don't have nowhere to grow. They will never grow. It gets back to the point where I'm going to keep on driving it. Humans in the world nowadays and before to try to control people done have many people in the world believing that as soon as you say spirituality, humans nowadays talk about religion. Okay, if humans want to be stuck in that box, you're going to be stuck in Pandora's box forever. You're going to be stuck in Pandora's box forever, and this is the craziness, because look at any government around the world that hurts the people. They tell you in God they trust. But how could you say that when all of y'all don't care about the people? I don't care where you at. You see people struggling in this world. And it's not even about money or like shelter. You see the mental struggle. You see the spiritual struggle. Okay? Because as I said, they will feed the world nonsense and have the world running on a crazy track. Where, what I mean by that, having people believe in a lie and hiding the truth away from the people. Have the people suffering. Have the people wishing and wondering. Have certain people living and lusting for things, dreaming, causing destruction. And then you get mad, but you have to understand this is the zoo you created. This is the cage you created. And it's so deep and it's so real now that you cannot hold energy in because it will outburst. And the people would outburst in this world. Because don't matter how much you try to hold the people down, the more you try to hold them down, is the more the people would outburst. Blessed to you, Stardust, much love. Because, as I'm going to say it, you told the people about different religions and God. But why would you tell the people about different religions and God when you show the people war? That's not godly. And I'm talking about all the different governments and nations around the world. You're not showing no people God. You're showing the people destruction. This is Armageddon. You have, because don't matter what you want to say about any place on this earth, because it's really sad when humans would want to depict the place on earth as a bad place. No. A place on earth hasn't been coming bad if it wasn't for humans making it that, or humans calling it that. Okay? There's no place on earth that was just created and it's bad. Humans did it. And this is the sad thing about the world, where humans don't take responsibility for the trash that they put upon this world. Like, that's why I always say the human mind is a sick place. It's sick. And it's dark. It's sick. And that's where you get all the negative stuff from in the world, the lies, the deceit. And some people think it's good. Nah, it ain't good. But you complain about what you want to complain about. People, they complain about what they want for their own benefits. But when it comes for the world or other people other than you, you don't care. You don't care. I done met some selfish human beings on this world. And you could just tell, it'll just go like this. Everybody got the ability to find their soul. But if you don't find your soul, you'll be trapped in the human world forever. I'll say it again. Everybody has the ability to find their soul. If you don't find your soul, you'll be trapped in the human world forever. Okay. And some people are trapped in the human world forever. Where they got greed. They'll never share. Okay, because a person with $10 million, right, that has growth in life, not in those stupid things that humans made up as in an industry, but a person that has growth in life that have $10 million would do things with that $10 million to make sure that people are okay. But a greedy person, or a person that doesn't have no growth, they balling all day. They showing off. They better than everybody. And this is where it always show. Materialistic things will bring out the worst in people, and it will show you who people truly are. And money is just one of the things that will bring the truth out in many people. See how people sell themselves for money back then and now. For real. As I'ma always say, people say money the root of all evil. No. The dirty deeds of humans is. The dirty deeds. Much love, Delvin. Gotta get back to editing. No problem, man. Thank you for being in the building. I respect your time and your energy, man. You have a great night. But the word just needs to be taught over. Well, you keep being you yourself too, Stardust. That's all I can remain is me. Thank you very much. And that's what a lot of people need to do anyway. Remain yourself. But we're living in a world where people get teased if they are themselves. People get ridiculed if they be themselves. But for you to be like everybody else is regular, is common. Like, no. You should get ridiculed for that. You should get dissed on for that. But you get dissed on if you like to read. And everybody don't care about reading, and everybody care about being foolish. But you get ridiculed for reading. You get ridiculed for being intelligent. No. You should get ridiculed for not being intelligent. You should get ridiculed for being a fool. Because that's foolish. It ain't foolish if you want to learn. It ain't foolish if you want to have a mind state. Because one thing I'm always saying, one thing that always been true, all them people that think they're so-called tough in the world, right? It takes a smart person to have real skills in combat. Okay? I'm going to say it again. It takes a smart and intelligent person to have skills in combat. Regular person that think you just a fighter, you're gonna get hurt easy. Cause yeah, you may got some guts, right? But you surely ain't got the goal. You surely ain't got the mind. Cause you got somebody that will take you out in 10 seconds. Not kill you. So don't get beside yourself, people. But will put you on the floor in 10 seconds. You know, with combat skills. And that is mental. Okay? And for you to remember that, you know, you need some type of intelligence. Ain't everybody gonna have that mental memory to remember. So, to all the tough people in the world, I know you'll continue to be tough, right? But stop it. Because the only thing the streets got is a graveyard. It's the only thing. It's a graveyard. Okay? And it's waiting for you. People won't tell you that. Nobody ain't gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna tell you your mom's gotta find money or somebody gotta find money to bury you. Cause as they said, you wanted to be a rude boy or a rude gal. You wanted to play the streets. As it goes, man, some people may survive on the streets, but the streets don't love nobody. No matter what part of the globe you on. Okay? Because all the streets want is blood. That's all it wants. And the thing is, it gets what it wants. Because it feeds off of the people emotions. And the people don't realize that. Because every day is a new problem. Somebody got a problem with somebody. Never ask yourself where all that energy coming from? Or where did it come from? Where did it manifest from? Some people will say it's hate. Some people will say it's ops. Some people will say it's them over there or the other side. Nah, it's all the same around the globe. Destruction. We trying to get more than you, and you don't need to get more than us, so you must die. Okay, let's start speaking the truth out here, people. And that's for money. People are taking people out for money, for greed, and for stupidity. And if it ain't for money, sure. What? Somebody slept with somebody's girl. Somebody cheated. Somebody stole your pack. Somebody picked up your money. What? Because there's so much different scenarios that happen in the hood around the world. Countless situations that didn't need to happen. And I'm talking like this because it's like you look at it and you see it and you say, nah, that's your people's, man, no matter where it's at. I want it to stop. A lot of it could stop. Because a lot of people just really need to start talking to people. We need to start understanding and overstanding each other. Some people make foolish arguments for no reason just to get into things with people. And some people wake up just to get into arguments with people. Some people mind are just corrupt. They wake up with destruction. They live with destruction. They want destruction. And that's all because they don't know themselves and they don't know others. And this is why you may think that is crazy, but nah. People need to start teaching people again and treating each other like humans, caring for each other. I see too much people in this world act like they super duper tough. What makes you tough? What makes you tough, man, is doing unbelievable things that regular people can't do every day. Okay? It makes you tough, because that's tough. Something that everybody could do every day, that's simple. It's not tough, that's easy. You know? Simple stuff is simple stuff. Everybody could do that. But challenging things, not everybody could do that. Be that soul that challenge. Do not be that soul that accepts what's here. You was born to challenge what's here. You know, because they'll tell you live to die. No. You are a human being living in a human body, experiencing earth, celestial soul, and you're going to an upgrade, but some people are downgrading in this life. This is just supposed to be a passage. It's not forever. But how some people are living in this thing, you will get a beating in the afterworld. You know, because you think that you're living in life and you think that it's okay to do what you're doing. There's consequences to everything. Everything that all of us does. Every movement we make, even me speaking right now, is consequences. It's actions that's gonna happen. It's energies that's gonna happen of me speaking. People listening. You know, but people just think that it's okay. It wouldn't be no kickback. No. What you do, it's gonna be kickback. It may not happen then and there, but it will happen. So, as the old used to say, just prepare yourself. Okay? Don't think that you're gonna do things and it ain't gonna be no kickback. No. Comes back around. And the sad thing is, when it come back around 100 times harder. So just be prepared and buckle up. Humans have to really start taking responsibility for what they're doing. And stop blaming things. And start blaming yourself. And start blaming the humans out there that's doing evil in the world to other humans. Because I'm going to stay on that because that's what it is. It ain't nothing else. But humans destroying humans and making it hard for other humans. You know, but people want to play the games. Keep on playing the games until the same games you play hurt you. What you do will come back to you. And that's one thing, people don't like their own medicine. They like to serve it to others, but they don't like to receive their own medicine. Mm-mm. If you could dish it out, man, you better take it. You better be able to receive it. Thank you for everybody that came through. God bless to everybody. Much love.